let's go get that helicopter. Wife is saying, hurry up. Better hurry up then we can't get in trouble. 4:15. We've got to catch a flight. We've got to be at the airport in 45 minutes.
Hey,
What's your name?
Junior.
Julia.
Junior Maloquero.
You're a senior.
Junior Maloquero.
Oh yeah, he's just giving us a free souvenir.
Ashe.
It wasn't really for free. He was asking for money afterwards. Tuesday afternoon, and we are at some sort of beach. Don't remember the name. I'll put the name below right now because I don't remember it. Spent the day on the beach today. Woke up early morning, did a bit of work, and the rest was mobile, so I had to do a bit of work while on the go because it took us about an hour and a half to get here. We are an hour and a half away from Rio de Janeiro. Just a quick day trip to various beaches by boat. So what's been happening today in the office or on the ground? Alan had to deal with a leak. Seems to be having quite a few leaking issues as of late. I believe that's now been repaired today. In other news, we've had one of our lease properties the landlord of one of our lease properties called me and asked for a rent rise. He wanted to increase it by an extra £300. I wasn't having it. Managed to only increase that by half. I think we're starting to see that across the board. But the thing is, when our expenses increase, we need to pass that cost on to the tenants. So I'm going to be working on that this week and next week. We're going to start increasing our rents across the board. And utility prices have just gone way through the roof. Bit for that, to be fair. Doesn't leave much of a margin, but we have no choice really. It's just the way it is at the moment. Comment below if you are having the same issue with your HMOs. In other news, our accountant normally who deals with our payroll have been very late recently, sending pay slips at the last minute. We normally pay our staff on the last working day of the month, so in this case it was Friday the 29th, and no, we haven't received any of the pay slips yet, so very disappointed. Need to be having words with the accountant. I think there's a lot of work that we need to do. I always like to give suppliers a chance, you know. There's a lesson learned, and everyone should have the chance to improve themselves. Now this particular business, this particular accountant, I've been with them for a very long time, so I'm not sure what's going on here. It's not normally like this, but yeah, we'll be having words, and when I get back I'll probably have to schedule those payments, because I'm sure there's pay slips hopefully sitting in my inbox today on Tuesday. Anyhow, let's see how we go. A couple of things I want to focus on this week from a business perspective is really the accounting. I think that'll be the theme of this week. If I was to set a couple of goals that I want to achieve this week, accounting will definitely be on the list. Really want to just get it fully transformed to run really well. I think there's a bit of a disconnect, as I mentioned in earlier on in episode 2. Click here to watch episode 2. And yeah, I think there's still a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. So I want to focus this week on just making that process as efficient as possible. I don't want to be spending my time rechecking everything. It defeats the purpose of paying for an accountant and a bookkeeper. So yeah, I'll be focusing on that. Second goal is I've got quite a few mortgages up for renewals, so I'll be starting the process of remortgaging. We use a broker, so I'll be sending a message to our broker. Now the challenge is to be able to complete a remortgage without having to wet sign. Now I normally use 2 brokers. I always like to compare products between 2 brokers. Well, I've got one broker that's specialises specifically in developments, and another broker that specialises in standard buy-to-lets and assets we already own. And yeah, we'll have to get the ball rolling for these remortgages, and I'm hoping that we can do things remotely and online. I don't want to be able to have, the whole challenge is to be able to run the business while travelling for the next 12 months, and I don't want to have to go back to the UK just to sign papers, and even have them send papers to us, because we're moving so quickly onto the next destinations. We're not normally in one place for more than 5 to 7 days, which means if we do get paperwork sent to wherever I'm staying, we probably won't receive it in time. So anyhow, let's see what our brokers can do. That's another potential challenge that we have to overcome. Another issue we've had today, a bit of a plumbing issue. About one tenant report that there was a tap that was just continuously on, it wouldn't turn off. Fortunately, we have a way of isolating that particular pipework. We're able to turn it off and instruct the tenant over the phone on how to do that, and our plumber will go out and provide a permanent fix. Of course, it's never their fault. Somehow the tap is broken. Of course, it's always the case. Anyhow, either way we'll have to get it fixed. I think cobbling over whose fault it was and who should pay for it probably isn't worth it. We'll just get it fixed by a plumber, and then we'll have a happy tenant for now. So that's it for Tuesday evening. I'll leave you with this. This is what happened today, and I'll leave you with that. Thursday afternoon, and I'm going to jump right into that. Here we go. Woo. Bit nippy, bit nippy. Just get in, it's not as bad. Just jump, jump. Aja. You're halfway in already.
I'm dried off now.
That looks like a good place to kick it. Let's go over there. Okay, Thursday afternoon, guys. Today, decided to take a boat and tour a few islands somewhere in Brazil. Oh man, I'm tired. Got a bit of a Jack Sparrow thing going on here, sorry. But the water was too good to not have a dip and jump in. Anyway, the name of the islands, or the place that we're at, is what you see on the screen right now. And yeah, a very busy morning. Couldn't get to film any content yesterday. Work still continued. I was working quite late yesterday actually. Working till like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning, and then woke up again at 4 or 5 in the morning to do a bit more work, and then around 7:30 we got a pickup and came to this place here, and we've been here ever since. It's quite a nice place, isn't it? Look at it. How's that for a view? So this week, here's a quick roundup of what's happened this week. So last time, earlier on in this video, I mentioned a leak that occurred. It wasn't a leak actually, it was a tap that just was constantly, wasn't able to be turned off. So we, for things like that, we have what we call SLAs, service level agreements, and there's, you know, if it's something like that, it's classed as an emergency. And I think that's my cue to, I think that's the boat calling everyone, but they can wait. Yeah, so we've had a leak, we had the tap, we had someone go out within the hour and repair it. Alan actually went there to have a look, but it was more of a plumbing job, and yeah, so that was repaired pretty swiftly. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to just pause there through the video and make my way back to the boat because they're calling us to get back. So I'm just going to go back to the boat now and yeah, catch you back on the boat or where I start filming next. My shorts are a little bit loose. I just hope when I go up that ladder it doesn't come off. I've ensured that there's nobody behind me. Let's see. There's a way. That's all you're going to see for now, because that would be showing my crack on YouTube. See you in a bit. Friday afternoon, guys, and we have a flight in about a few hours, so we're going to quickly try and see what this Sugarloaf Mountain is all about, the only thing we didn't get to do while being in Rio de Janeiro. See how we go. It's been a manic morning. We've had a ceiling fall through in someone's room. Yeah, it's been manic. Take that cable car there and go all the way up there, and then take another cable car from up there to somewhere down there, another mountain. So yeah, this cable car. This thing's dodgy, man. Right, we have like less than an hour to do this. We're going to rush around and explore this Sugarloaf thing. There we go. Love it. Let's go get that helicopter. What a view. Pretty much the whole of Rio de Janeiro, isn't it? Better find the wife. Lost her. Right guys, FYI, that right there is Sugar Love Mountain. So we're going to take another cable car and go and make our way up there. Let's do this. Some more views. Do like it, yeah, do like it. My wife is saying, hurry up. Better hurry up then if I'll get in trouble. Change the direction. So, a bit of a rush one, this one. We actually have a flight at 7 o'clock and we literally have like less than half an hour to do the Sugar Love Mountain. Will we make it back in time? Are we going to miss our flight? Let's see. Catching the second cable car. Go up there.
Nee, er is iets met die uithouding.
Alright, just come out the cable car and we're at that, we're actually on that Sugar Love Mountain. Check this out, wow. Beautiful. Rush this one. 4:04. We've got to catch a flight. We've got to be at the airport in 45 minutes. That should be interesting to see whether it can be done. from Rio de Janeiro traffic. Anyhow, just walking around, having a quick sweep of this place. Apologies for not finishing what I was saying earlier about the roof caving in one of our properties. So we've had a very upset tenant. It happened last night, the Thursday night. We do have an out of hours team, but the out of hours team couldn't do anything really. So they just ensured that she was okay, that it was safe. Luckily she wasn't in the room. And yeah, we're going to have to rehouse her temporarily until the insurance company comes and surveys, and we'll get someone to fix it, hopefully within a week, less than a week. And yeah, let's see how we go. We're going to give her some sort of compensation because she asked. Of course she will. Apparently designer handbags are all ruined as well, but we don't cover that. Anyhow, we'll rehouse her temporarily. The worst case, put her up in a hotel. There's actually a room available in the same property upstairs, and we've offered her that room just for a couple of days until we get the problem resolved. But she said she didn't want it, so there's only so much we can do. It's the only option you're going to get, I'm afraid. Anyway. Hey, what's happening guys? We are in Salvador. Managed to catch that flight without any issues. We've just about made it. And yeah, we're in a place called Salvador, still in Brazil. Just a stopping place before we go to the next destination, which is Recife, here for 4 days. And yeah, pretty chilled out and just going with the flow really. About to get something to eat now. It's Sunday 5:30 in the evening. So yeah, it's been supposedly a short week with Bank Holiday Monday, but yeah, it feels like a bit of a long week actually, to be fair. A lot has happened. In terms of content, I think we recorded stuff on Tuesday, and a live sale happening as we speak. Everyone's got a hustle. Everyone's got a hustle.
Hey, my
What's your
friend.
name?
Junior.
Julia.
Junior Maloqueiro.
Who's senior?
Junior Maloqueiro.
Oh yeah. He's just giving us a free souvenir.
Axé. Bahia. Hey.
Not bad.
Here, you take one for girl.
I have one, thank
no,
you.
give chunky picture.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, here. Axé.
Hey. My man. So yeah, it wasn't really for free. He was asking for money afterwards. Don't have any cash on me, so just gave it back to him. And told him to go ahead and make some money, really, and continue hustling. Is what it is. Anyway, back to the content. Yeah, so Wednesday I didn't get to do any filming because it turned out to be a day full of. It was quite a windy day. We had planned to do some hang gliding. So we went up to the bottom of a mountain area, and it didn't really happen in the end. So it was too dangerous, too windy. So we just called it a day. Did a bit of shopping. We've got a wedding to attend in June in Spain, so went to do a bit of clothes shopping outfit shopping for that event. So yeah, Thursday you've seen content, Friday you saw content, Saturday we arrived here yesterday, nothing much happened, pretty chilled out really, and here we are, and it's Sunday. Hey guys, it's now Sunday evening, roughly around 10 o'clock, and back in the apartment. We went to this vegan place. It was very, very nice. and I'm just uploading the content for you guys. And as I mentioned before, I've had to reduce the amount of filming I've had to do since coming here because it's just unsafe. I actually witnessed a pickpocket happen right in front of my eyes. I was actually in an Uber and looked to my left, and I literally see 3 guys taking a phone from another local. They seemed like very young guys and just ran off. So it's real, and I really can't risk exposing all of this equipment and just drawing attention to ourselves. So hence why I've not been filming as much, but as soon as we leave this place, we'll hopefully go to a safer space, you know? So yeah. I wanted to tell you guys, at the end of every week, I actually do like a mini journal. It's something I do on my phone, just going onto Samsung Notes, and I specifically pay particular attention to sort of 4 or 5 areas. For example, spiritual, routine and discipline, relationship, business, and all that stuff basically. My state of mind as well, as you saw on episode 2. By the way, click here to watch episode 2. And all I do is just analyse these areas, and I look at what I can improve or actually what went well. It also helps me observe these areas of what I can do better in the following week, and gives me a bit more focus the following week. So I thought I'd share some of these points with you guys in this video to sum up this week. We're filming episode 3 as we speak. So here's how the week has been, and let me know in the comments if you'd like to see more of this in future episodes. I think it's a great way. I mean, I do it anyway in my own journals, and I thought it'd be a good way to summarise the week and set the week ahead. At least you guys can come along this journey with me of running a business while travelling the world. And in order for us to improve, or for me to improve, there needs to be that sort of accountability. And you know, like I said, YouTube is a great way for me to keep myself accountable with you guys as an audience, so I have to do it. So how's my routine and discipline been? It's improved much more this week. You know, from episode 1 it was really poor, and then episode 2 we started to see the change, and this week has been phenomenal. There's still areas of improvement. I can definitely wake up a lot earlier. It just means an extra hour that I can get more work done. How's work been? Well, work has been, this particular week, it's been a short working week, and it's actually been a hectic week in terms of maintenance and things going wrong in terms of tenant reporting. So like on Friday, we had the issue with the ceiling falling through. Luckily the tenant was safe and not actually in the room. But in terms of other things that had to be done, I'm actually very, very proud of my team, I have to say. I think from an operations point of view, I think things are set up very, very nicely, and you know, that was what I was working on very hard, and I was focused a lot on making sure that from an operations point of view, everything could be dealt with while I was away. And I have to shout out to the team, you know. In fact, one of the issues was actually reported by our cleaner, Ola, who's very, very good at what he does. He's he takes his job very, very seriously, and he reported the issue, and within the hour, our caretaker, Alan, went over to fix the toilet issue in one of our properties. It was a constant flushing issue that we were having. And that, with the utility prices going up, the last thing you want is for water to continuously run and waste money. So thank you, Ola. Big thank you to you if you're watching. So yeah, I'm very pleased with the team, and you know, Melissa, who's our property manager, she handled the whole ceiling falling down very, very well. We're rehousing the tenant, and yeah, I have to say we're in a very, very good place operationally. From an accounting perspective, there's a lot of work to do, which is something I'm going to continue working on the following week. So yeah, work is, there's a lot of improvements that we've made, but there's still a lot more improvements that we're yet to make, and I'll draw up a list and explain that to you in next week's episode. We had a tenant move out, which means we've got a room available now. So within the whole portfolio, we've actually got 1 void. We generally, it doesn't take long for us to fill a room, usually it can go from 2 days up to a week. In fact, that room may be occupied by the tenant downstairs with the whole ceiling issue. We may rehouse her into that if she still wants to take the room. The last time we spoke to her, she said she didn't want to take the room and wanted to stay with a friend. That's entirely her choice, but the option is there for her. Otherwise, there's just been a few queries here and there, which all seems to be taken care of by the team, which is fantastic. It allows me to focus on the bigger picture from here and more on the bigger picture next week. So I think that leaves us in a good place to end the episode this week. Lots of things to improve on, as I mentioned, and yeah,